I'm Fletcher Brown with another artist video blog at KIX96Country.com. Our guest today, you've probably heard his music played at KIX96. Please welcome all the way from Arlington, Texas, by way of Nashville, Tennessee, Brandon Chase. Brandon, how are you?
Great, man. It's good to be here.
Welcome to Kix Country.
Thanks.
Now, we got a chance to meet you briefly in the spring at the Country Radio Seminar
right.
in Nashville. But that wasn't our first experience with Brandon Chase. Now, you actually appeared on The Voice.
I did, yeah, season 5. So, I mean, we're talking like less than a year ago.
Okay, so now who won that season? Which season was that?
That was Tessa and Chen. She won.
That was okay. See, there's so many of these shows
Man,
now.
They just happen so fast.
Yeah, they happen so fast.
Yeah.
You forget.
They all go at the same time.
You know, exactly.
I get confused.
So, were you a recording artist before you went to The Voice?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've been working hard for years, and I've played the honky tonks, dance halls for, nights, three nights a week, 3 sets a night, just grinding it out. So I've been doing it ever since I was 14. I started music when I was 14, and I just jumped head first, and I've devoted all my time to it since.
Okay, so what then? Coming from Arlington, Texas, you went from there. Did you go from there to Nashville? Or did you go from there to The Voice and then to Nashville?
I went from there to The Voice, and then I actually just moved to Nashville a little over a month ago.
Well, what made you decide to go to try it for The Voice? I mean, was it like a family push, or did you just say, I'm going to do this? Or?
I didn't really, I wouldn't say I really decided to do it. Honestly, I really actually didn't want to ever do, like, a singing competition show.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw it, and especially, like, American Idol and stuff, I just kind of thought it was really fake and just didn't really want to do it. But I got an email one day from The Voice inviting me to like a private audition.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was just kind of at a time in my career where I was like, man, I'm not really, like, things are moving, but at the same time, I feel kind of stuck, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just felt like I wasn't really getting where I wanted to go. And just with the timing and everything, and I got that email that time, and I just decided, let me just try it out, see what happens.
Well, okay, so once you were inside, though, did coming out on the other side of that experience, did it change the way you felt about the programs? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of still have a little bit of the same view, but I kind of, from the beginning, when I first saw The Voice, that kind of changed my perspective a little bit. I felt like it was a little more genuine, just for the fact that the coaches honestly don't see you until you actually perform. Mm-hmm. So you're not getting judged on the total package, which is important, absolutely, for music, but it's great to know that, these judges are picking you based solely on your voice,
mm-hmm.
Without seeing anything. So, yeah, I mean, I guess my perspective changed a little bit overall, but at the same time, The Voice was just kind of the one exception to the singing competitions that I was kind of like okay with. Like, if I was gonna do one, that would be the one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so now we're past The Voice. You've got the name recognition, you've got the face recognition, the voice recognition, if you will, with a mass audience out there. You're on your first single, One. Now, are you a songwriter, or is this one that Nashville said, here, this would match you?
Yeah, I'm a songwriter. I actually went to Berklee College of Music for songwriting, got my master's certificate in that. But One is not. One is one of those from Nashville.
Okay.
Got it.
It just fit.
Yeah, it fit. It felt right. When I decided I was gonna make this album, I said I want the very best songs, whether I wrote them or not. Ego aside, like, it does not matter. I just want the best stuff, for the fans and for the listeners, and I want to get the best shot I can with the album. And One, it was actually one of the first ones I heard, and I just loved it. I loved the drive and the feel of it and the storyline. I felt like it was super relatable, and it was one of the first 3 songs we cut, and it felt so good after we left the studio with it, and we decided it should be the first one out to just kind of give people a preview of what's coming for the album.
Well, okay. Well, for those who are watching the video who haven't heard the song yet, what is One about? What does that song mean?
One is about, like, this guy just kind of, my interpretation of it is this guy just kind of like stuck in the friend zone, and we've all been there. We've all been.
I got a house there.
Yeah, that's great. We all get, like, these crushes, and the other person's not really giving us the time of day, and this whole song is just about, like, just kind of asking that person, just give me one chance, just give me, like, one date, one time to just take you out, and just kind of, like, prove myself to you that I can be good for you, and and that I deserve a chance at least, and so that's what the song's about.
Well, your life. An interesting side note about Brandon that I read. Speaking of a chance, one chance. Your life actually began on a chance. Is that correct? Just a little bit of minutia about Brandon Chase. You, I believe, in a 12-hour period, you quit breathing like 64 times, like hours after being born.
It was actually like 2 days after I was born, but stopped breathing 64 times in 12 hours. I was bleeding internally, and my parents rushed me to the hospital. The hospital was all messed up because they were under construction, and my mom just jumped out of the car where the entrance was supposed to be anyways, and obviously through all this construction stuff, I don't think she was supposed to go through that door, but as soon as she went through that door, she ran into the head nurse of the NICU unit, or I think that's what it's called, NIC unit.
Yeah, natal care unit.
Yeah, exactly. And this lady just grabbed me from my mom and just took me into this closet. It wasn't like any like room or anything. It was just like a closet with some supplies in there, and she just immediately began to work on me. And obviously after 64 times to stop breathing, the doctor said, we don't really know what his future is going to be like. You need to prepare yourself for the worst. You could be blind, deaf, mentally challenged, or all three of those things combined. And they said I'd definitely never be able to play sports because of hearing and things, and coordination wouldn't be there, and I'd be slow in learning. I wouldn't be at the same pace as my classmates, and pretty much every negative thing a parent can hear, they heard it.
But none of those things came true.
None of those things came true.
In fact, you far exceeded that expectation.
Yeah, I played any and every sport you can think of growing up. I one time before I found music, I actually wanted to be a professional baseball player, and I was always the best player on my team for baseball, and it was just my passion. I loved it, and then obviously music came and just changed all of that, and it came in real fast. But I graduated high school at 15, college at 17, and I don't say any of it to brag. I truly believe I'm a miracle, and then I'm here for a reason and purpose, and I believe that purpose is to share my music and
absolutely
to bring encouragement, inspiration to others.
And following that track record, if he decides suddenly that music isn't his thing anymore, he'll probably become an engineer and build an entire city. He'll build Atlantis. That's for Brandon Chase.
There we go.
So can folks find you on the interwebs?
Absolutely. My website is Brandon Chase Music. It's got all my social media links. My web store, got all my merch on there, and obviously all my dates where you can see where I'm playing. And also you can just check me out on Twitter at Brandon J. Chase, and all my social media links other than Twitter are at Brandon Chase Music.
Absolutely. And look for a video coming, hopefully a video coming soon for one.
Yeah, no, the video's out.
Oh, the video's out?
Yeah, it came out, I think 2 weeks ago.
I'm an old guy. I don't watch a lot of videos, so it's like, my kids are like, Dad, see the video. And I'm like, oh, there's a video for that song.
Yeah.
That's interesting, I guess. So, but you've got the video out.
Absolutely, it's out.
Listen for the single.
Premiered on 17 Magazine.
On where?
On 17 Magazine.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you know where now, you know where to go find it. You can hear the single at KIX96. Make sure you tune in to us. If you love the song, you want to hear it, make sure you call us. We'll play it for you. We're happy to. Hopefully we can get Brandon to come back and visit us when he does his next single. Brandon, thanks so much for being here.
Absolutely, appreciate it.
And I'll see you next time. Another artist video blog here at KIX96country.com.